Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 13 of the Secrets of the Atlas League here on Ruthless SSF. I can't believe this is the end of the second week. Honestly, I'm going to talk more about this at the end, but so far, I am absolutely loving everything that's going on with this league. Obviously, in the beginning, it really sucks, and even now, like, we're still getting disconnects and crashes or whatever. It was way worse the first few days, but, yeah, that's frustrating, but I'm definitely not letting it take away from my fun. If you are getting frustrated from crashes and stuff, I just recommend taking a little break. Well, anyway, we'll talk more about the league progress at the end of the video. I really hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. The main goal right now is just to get a level. I'm trying to push for level 88 on this build. At some point, I'd like to push for 90, but honestly, I don't know if I will. But the character is, still going strong. It's doing very well. I'm doing tier 14 plus, doing 16, no problem. I do die, but it's mostly when I get stun locked. But overall, it's not too bad. So far, I'm not really enjoying Spell Echo. I understand that it's probably going to give me more DPS in a vacuum, but like, as I was using it, not only did mapping just feel terrible, but my single target DPS only felt good in boss fights where like I could just stand still, and that's not very often. Like if you think about when I go to try to do Sirus and stuff like that, I can't just stand there and keep blasting at him, and it takes me so long to get intensity. I just don't think it's worth it. However, I will try it again. Once all my other gems are max level, I'll switch back to it and give it a try. But for now, I did switch it for, what's it called, Lightning Pen, which so far feels really good, and it's only level 8. I'm just trying to get some modifiers on my body armor. I don't really have, like, a goal. Obviously, there are some that would be really good for me, but honestly, just anything usable right now would be nice. Not really being picky. Found myself a pretty decent amulet. It's not, like, a really strong one, but it's always good to have, like, really high attribute jewelry in your stash. That way for rerolls, you don't have to worry about it so much. My gem did finally hit level 20, so it's time to go do my lens temple. I've been holding this temple for, I don't know, like 8 days or something. I have no idea. But the damage already feels so much better. It's actually ridiculous. Like, as soon as the gem leveled up, I could feel it. But anyway, here's hoping it doesn't go to 19. Oh my god, it went to 21. We lost 4% quality, which is going to be like 6% more damage lost. But I can tell you right now, it's definitely an upgrade. Having the gem at level 21 feels amazing. It does suck we lost that quality because we could be even doing even more damage. But I'm not going to be greedy here. I am not going to quality my other, because I do have a second Crackling Lance. I am not going to quality that to 20 and double corrupt it again. I think at this point, like, I just have to accept for this character, this is the best jewel I'm ever going to have on it. I'm trying to do some life recoup stuff just to see what it feels like. Now I'm at 40%. I feel like, because like my other option was just to spec life regen, and I feel like there's no way in hell, especially on a character like this that has a really high health pool, because I'm doing mana and life. I feel like there's no way just generic life regen is going to be better than recoup. Now, obviously, regen is better against like dots, but any dot that's going to kill me, like 100 life regen is not going to save me from. So I think this is a much better route. And I can tell you right now, I absolutely feel the difference. It feels so much better. The only thing that kills me is if there's like 10 enemies on me and I'm getting stun locked permanently, like, like 10 stuns a second or whatever. In those scenarios, it doesn't matter if I have 1,000 life regen, doesn't matter if I have recoup, I just die. I did hit level 88, which is awesome. Went and did some more bossing. Well, bossing, some more mapping, got some more bosses. We took down Baron. I did die once. And in my defense, it was a turbo map, so that's my excuse. Right after that, I went and killed an Elder Guardian. That way I could get my favorite slot. I did die once, but it's 100% my own fault. I decided not to switch to a Ignite Flask, and the first time he ignited me, I died. I went and fought Drox, and I'd like to say it was a good fight, but it wasn't. If I did not have a Merc, I 100% would have failed. The problem is, like, I do pretty decent DPS as far as, like, this character is concerned. It's doing way better than I ever could have hoped, honestly. And I was not having an issue killing the flags in time and stuff. But I will say, as soon as, like, one or two enemies got on me, guess what happened? I got stun locked. That's the biggest weakness of this character. It's like so bad. Oh, That's a unique I need. It's so bad, I'm almost thinking of just like devoting all my energy to farming tattoos and getting the stun avoidance tattoos and then getting dex on my gear. I really don't want to do that because I think it's like such a huge investment. I don't think it's going to be worth it. But I'm getting so desperate now that I just don't know what else to do. The only thing that keeps killing me is stun lock. That's it. Now, I'm sure once I go and fight bigger bosses, like, I'll die to them without stun, obviously, but I don't know. For mapping, it's pretty brutal. Got a replica Comb's Heart, no idea what I'm going to use that on. And we completed the map. I did die to the boss. I don't know if I'm crazy, but those guys do a lot of damage. You know what? That's a decent white wing. It's not good, but it's decent. This body armor is 6-socketed in like 3 jewelers, so I figured it was lucky and decided to fully dump all my fusings on it. And at first I wasn't going to do that, but like the thing is, and I know it's not a great body armor, it's whatever, but it doesn't have life on it, which means I could do the life mastery. And if it, sorry, I hit the mic there. And if it 5 links or 6 links, I can use it on both my Trapper and the Storm Rain character. Unfortunately, we didn't hit it, but you could you could bet that you're going to see that item more often because I really want to link it. So after messing around and trying to 5-link that body armor, I was looking at the 6-link we got from the Alpha Temple, and I realized it's not exactly the perfect colors because I don't think I need 2 green, but the colors are pretty amazing. Obviously, a 3rd blue would have been better. Also, I think Point Blank is not the play. I have another support I'm going to try. But I have Volatility, which is obviously amazing, and I have Inspiration. I'm pretty sure Elemental damage with attacks would be better, but I think this is fine. I'm also using Trinity, which is obviously the best support I could possibly have. And I have Increased Crit. Crit multi might, or crit damage might be better, but I actually don't have that gem yet. Maybe there's another blue gem that's just as good, but I kind of doubt it. But yeah, we're going to be playing Storm Rain for a while because I love this skill, and I want to see how far I can take it. I'm farming on around like tier 8 to tier 10. I just want to stock up some yellow Qrec missions, and I just want to farm some blights, and I can't farm it in higher tier because honestly, it'll make me die. You know, it's kind of funny how your plans can change on PoE so quickly. At least mine do, like all the time. Because my plan today was to just farm a little while on Crackling Lance, maybe push for level 89, I wasn't really sure, and then switch over to my Spectral Throw Trapper. Also, this is Enfeeble, that's why my damage is so bad. But yeah, I was going to switch to the Spectral Throw Trapper and then just like go from there, just farm for a while. But like when I was, you know, trying to link that body armor earlier, I realized that the 6th link on this is so good for me that I figured I might as well just keep playing this character. And as you saw earlier, you know, I was trying to figure out what support gems I want to use. For now, I don't know if this is my permanent setup, but for now, I did land on added cold damage, because for one, it makes my Trinity even easier to get, even though I wasn't really struggling to get it anyway. But I mean, it also just gives me really good damage. And of course, we're using Inspiration. I was really thinking about dropping, oh sorry, I did, yeah, I dropped my other support gem, the Increased Crit, got Conk Effect, because it's basically just free damage and no downside. But yeah, loving this character, no idea how long I'll be mapping on it. Oh, I got excited. Probably going to be mapping until at least level 80, and then I'm going to reevaluate and think about what I want to do. Because honestly, the main thing I need... Oh, okay. Got stuck on a wall, sure. The main thing I really need right now is just an insanely good boss killer, so I could try to go fight Sirus or whatever. Not that I need to kill Sirus, but I don't know, I just kind of want to. Sometimes when I drop a support gem, like this minefield right here, it just brings back memories to how long I've farmed for this gem in the past, and then you just randomly see it pop up in a map. It's kind of funny because it almost like makes me want to roll something with it, just because I feel bad for, you know, I didn't have it before. But no, you know, it's fine. We're going to stay the course. We're not going to roll a miner. We're going to relax. I decided to try and switch my mercenary for a while. I took the ice shot one, and the main reason for that is like, I have amazing single target damage, and if she can just like off screen, you know, just like kill some like trash mobs so they don't run up on me, that is fantastic. So I'm gonna mess with that for a little while, see how that goes. Got a gem cutter box, which is absolutely amazing. Got a temple with a double corrupt and a unique swap, and we're gonna corrupt a stormfire. Please don't die. It died. Oh, it died very well. I mean, Frostbite on hit is actually kind of insane, I'm going to be honest with you. I have corrupted a lot of rings on Ruthless. I think that's the first time I've gotten a curse on hit from one of them. So if that gives you any idea how rare that is. Now, obviously, the ring is absolute trash, But I don't know, man. Especially with these new funky uniques, I do have a goal this league, like an ultimate goal, of trying to make a character that can actually use one of the new uniques. You know, the whole like have 6 influence pieces of gear on or whatever. I think it's very unlikely I'll be able to pull it off, but it would be pretty fun, even if it's like not worth it. So I was gonna wait until my gems got level 20, but I decided to go and try to fight Sirus anyway. So this is gonna be a little long talk about Sirus. I feel like I have this conversation every other league. But I don't use Quickstep, and the reason for that is when Ruthless first came out, part of the appeal was there's going to be no movement skills, and I stick to that. Now, they obviously added Quickstep back because a lot of the bosses feel pretty impossible without it, but I kind of like that extra layer of challenge. And I'm going to tell you right now, this character, the single target damage, like if you do pay attention, any time that I actually get to attack for more than like 0.5 seconds, I do really good damage. But the problem is in the Sirus fight is you get very tiny windows to attack, and I almost think I should have like switched Spell Echo here because I think Spell Echo was making it harder for me to DPS because it takes so much longer for me to get to 4 intensity. Now maybe it wouldn't have really made a difference. I'm not really sure. I do end up failing this fight, and honestly, the biggest problem I have in this fight is, it's just the beams. As soon as you get hit by that slow, it just comes down to RNG where Sirus lands, because if he teleports too far away, there's really not anything you can do to get out of the death ray, his like, die beam or whatever. But whatever, I did fail the fight. It wasn't particularly close. So I am back on the Spectral Throw Trapper. I don't know. I'm like torn between these two characters. I don't really know which one I want to play. And at the same time, I kind of just want to like farm high tier maps and, stockpile gold and do some, Guardian fights or whatever. But after failing Sirus, I definitely wanted to take a break. So I figured I would just play this character because I've been playing the other character all day. So I'll just give myself a little break, try to think about what I want to do. I'm not really sure what my next goal is right now. Because, like I said, I'm really torn between, like, just leveling up the Hierophant, because it's by far my best character, or just, like, bouncing between these two characters, because honestly, I'm kind of having a lot of fun doing that. The only problem is my town is suffering, because I keep going from, like, my god, I can't spend gold fast enough, to, yeah, I have no money. So, it's been interesting. But yeah, this character is great. I really do think this character would feel incredible if I got an actual sword, but at the same time, I, I feel like if I could actually like just chill and get this character to level 85, I think the damage even with an Oros would be pretty impressive. Maybe even enough so where I could like do real fights. Because the hardest part about like Sirus and Maven and Ruthless is like like sure you know what you need to dodge, but like if you physically don't have the capability to do it, there's not much you can do. Like a good example of this is if you look at the mini eater guy, the mud guy. If you looked at my Juggernaut, he literally just like walked across and it didn't matter. But for every other character I play when I'm like starting a league, I essentially have to have enough DPS where I know I'm instantly gonna die every time it does mud phase. So I just have to have like a very fixed amount of DPS, you know what I mean? Maven and Sirus are also like that, but there are also ways around it. So like for example with Trickster, I can get hit by the beam and not really get slowed, whereas my Hierophant, who's already very slow, I mean if you look at my guy right now, I have 55% movement speed, which is just ridiculous, and my Hierophant has 40%, which granted for a Hierophant, trash. For a Hierophant is not that bad. That's pretty good. But it's still not great, and it's still not enough to move out of the range fast enough. Now, sometimes I can get lucky with the RNG on Sirus, for example, and he can, like, spawn in certain ways. Oh my god. Oh, it's multi-proj. He can spawn in certain ways to make it easier for me, but generally speaking, if you're a really slow character and you don't have immunity, it's pretty hard to do those fights. But if you just have enough damage, you can just, like, push through them. So I'm between this character and the Stormrain character, because Stormrain might honestly do more DPS than this build, but I'm really not sure, but I don't know. Either way, I'm pretty happy to have like 3 characters to play right now, and I don't know. I don't know, man. That's all I wanted to say. So something happened in the map that I don't think I've ever seen before. Just 2 Artisan Strongboxes side by side. I'm not sure how that happened or why that happened. Unfortunately, I am not on my Strongbox tree, so completely wasted. It was pretty cool to see, though. Anyway, I'm going to take a minute to show you the single target DPS on both the Spectral Throw Trapper and, of course, on my other character, the Storm Rain character. I have to say, like, I don't know about this character. I think this character is going to be good, but I think it's going to have to be benched for a while until I get some gear. I think, like, this character farms really well right now, but against any enemy that moves, my single target damage is hellishly bad. Whereas the Storm Rain character, I still have that same problem. By the way, I did take off 2 support, so I'm only 4 linked here, just like my other character. The thing is, though, if they do move, I don't really have to do anything except move behind them, and my arrows will still kill them. So it's like, yeah, I still have to, like, I'm still slightly worse against high mobility enemies, but even if they are really fast, I do a lot of damage. I did finally get an Eternal Blessing, which is basically just going to be like 300 mana for my Hierophant. I also did not know all flames were added to the core game. That is absolute news to me. I don't know why they did that, but that's awesome. Anyway, though, time to put my Eternal Blessing on, and like I said, straight up just 300 mana. So I thought I vendored my Mind Spiral, and I also thought I accidentally vendored this amazing ring that I've been looking for, but nope, just turns out it was hiding on the dead mercenary I never used, so yeah, we have that now. I'm not sure if Mind Spiral is better than my helmet, but I'm going to use it just because it gives me a ton of EHP. Also, apparently memories just drop as raw maps. Didn't know that was a thing. So the 11% damage recouped as life is pretty huge because now I'm at 51%. So now my regen feels so much better. Obviously, it's still bad against dots. I did try using Archmage, and yeah, I have nowhere near enough mana regen to use Archmage. Not even close. I can attack like twice, and then that's it. So for fun, I decided to switch to my Storm Rain character for this tier 14. And I'm going to tell you right now, without a doubt, this does more single target damage than my Crackling Lance. Now, granted, I'm on a 6 link, so that kind of makes sense. But at the same time, it's pretty impressive, and I'm going to try and level up this character a little more just to see if I can do some bossing with it. I went and fought this Phoenix, and the only time I died during the boss fight was during a Shaper clone, whatever, spawning on top of me. The single target damage feels really good, especially if you just saw the altars there. Now, the altars weren't giving him, like, crazy defenses or anything like that, but it was giving him some res. Got my Uber Lab done. I got the Wind Ward because it makes Gale make me taste Gale stacks make me take less damage from hits, which it's not a lot, but it really will matter, especially for like mercenaries and stuff like that. Hey, minutes for in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 79, 61% of the way to level 80. I am loving this character. Storm Rain is awesome. The damage feels incredible. Ever since I got my cast wind damage taken and we got our Uber Lab done for the Gale Ward, or sorry, the Wind. I always want to say Gale. The Wind Ward, which makes Gale cause hits to do less damage to me for every stack. It feels so much better. I feel so much more defensive. Obviously, I'm still very squishy. My health pool is embarrassing. My evasion is trash. I mean, I have body armor, so the higher evasion than this. But even so, I still feel pretty defensive. All of, like, my next, I think, like, 4 or 5 points are all damage, so the character is just going to get better. Like, I'm also going to get the mastery here for more critical strike multiplier. And eventually, not yet, I will be dropping my sniper's mark for assassin's mark because it'll do more damage. But that won't be for a little while. My gem is level 19, one more level to go on that, but a lot of my supports are still pretty low level, but they're getting there. Pretty happy about everything going on. Obviously, like, I think the dream colors is 3 red, 2 blue, 1 green. But I could be wrong. I haven't really POB'd it. The only thing I POB'd on this character was up to level 70, I think, or something like that. So now I'm just winging it and doing my thing. Point blank is obviously ridiculous, and yeah, I'm loving this build. So it has been 2 weeks now, and I kind of want to talk about all my characters. We just talked about the Deadeye, but first let's take a look at our maps completed. We're almost at 200 red maps, which feels really nice. I kind of like the balance I have between yellow and red. It just shows I'm shading characters a lot. Now I want to quickly talk about this character, the Spectral Throw of Charthus. So this skill is awesome. If you like traps, you're gonna love this skill. It's really fun. I gotta say though, we're already like past the point of Oros. It's definitely falling off pretty hard. The culling strike does feel nice and makes up for a lot of the weakness. But I mean, the sword, honestly, you know what? It might not even be entirely the sword's fault. I think if I could just get a 5 link for this character, this build would feel pretty decent. Where's that body armor anyway? I have no idea. It's in here somewhere, I'm sure. I don't know where it went, but we do have a body armor we're trying to 6-link if we ever get lucky. And actually, you know what? I can just search for it like this, can't I? Oh, actually, you know what? It's on, I think it's on my merc. Aha! Let's just gamble real quick. Give me a 5-link. One time. I believe. I shouldn't have believed. Unfortunate. But anyway, if I could 5-link this, I'm going to come back to this character and play it some more. But for now, I'm going to shelve it for a little while. I might push it for level 80 and might map on it from time to time. But I think for now, this character is going to be put on hold. Again, like I said, I do think this skill is fun and you should try it. But try to get some weapons first. Now let's look at the star of my entire league so far. This is our Crackling Lance Hierofant. You know, we're level 88, 3% of the way to 89. I love this build. I don't know what to tell you. The skill is awesome. You get to be a mana stacker. You get to self-cast. So, like, we're full jank here, which means you have all the excuses in the world. So anytime you fail something, you can just let go of any of that stress and be like, hey, man, I'm playing a mana stacking, self-casting build. It's okay. You can fail. You can mess up. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I think if I could get some better weapons, well, I should say better weapon on this character, I could do even more damage. And I mean, we're on a 5-link right now, but a lot of my gems are pretty low level, you know, 17, 19's not, 18 and 17. So yeah, I mean, as far as like failing Sirus goes, I really don't feel that bad. Obviously, it always feels bad to fail a boss, but I mean, as far as like the character goes, I think it's pretty great. And I mean, look at my boots. My boots are trash. There's a lot of stuff I could upgrade on this build. But yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about playing this character, I highly recommend it. If you don't have any gear, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not the kind of character that's just going to like hard carry you and delete the Atlas. You are definitely going to have to work for it. So I think the plan for this upcoming week is to stick on this character for quite a while and see how far I can take it. Because honestly, at this moment in time, there's no doubt in my mind this is my highest DPS character. So I kind of want to see how she'll do against like Shaper and Elder. I mean, Elder kind of doesn't really count because Elder is pretty easy. But Shaper would be interesting to see. So far for the Guardians, the damage isn't, you know, it's not incredible. It's not blowing me away. But it's already better than my Hierophant, so I can't really complain about that. So yeah, the plan is to work on this character, try to link this body armor, and dream of a reroll. There are several characters I really want to reroll right now, but I need to chill for a minute. Let's build up some currency because my biggest pet peeve when I'm leveling a new character is not having any fusing. So like let's say you're leveling up, right? And just for an example, let's say you go like let's say you're playing a two-handed character and you go from this to this, but like this was a 4-link and I don't have any jewelers to 4-link this. So it's like, yeah, I have a weapon upgrade, but you know, I have to lose 2 links. That is just like my biggest pet peeve. Obviously, in the very beginning of the league, it doesn't bother me, but as it goes on, it definitely gets worse. There's a part of me that kind of wants to farm the Searing Exarch because I do have the where is it? Yeah, the new Spectral Shield Throw, which looks pretty fun, but I kind of don't want to do that. I would like to play some of these Trothus skills. I mean, Heavy Strike looks hilarious, but I have nothing for that skill. I don't know, man. Like, I really just want to play some jank, you know what I mean? I just want to play some trash. I even thought about doing this, but like, I don't know, man. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Anyway, I've been talking for far too long. This is probably one of the longest videos I've ever made. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you Monday.